goes down to Bloor Street and runs basically from about Dovercourt.
What does Dig In stand for? What is it?
Dig In is DuPont Improvement Group. The in part is improving the neighborhood. And I guess the concept of being dug in is part of the original name. We basically have all sorts of projects which would be like Green Here, which is a project which is involved in largely adding trees to the neighborhood and planting trees. We have the Walk Here project, which is probably our biggest one, which is largely an art-oriented project, which is about producing artworks which help to make a walking path which runs through the neighborhood, which allows people to be more comfortable and basically to have fun walking through the neighborhood and make them more likely to come out and walk around.
Is this already in place? Or
some of this is already in place. It's a work in progress, but there's 3 art projects already in it. One of them is the International Tile Project, which is the culture exchange problem, which is tiles that are in 100 different countries throughout the world, and they're also posted up on Wallace Emerson Community Center in one of the walls.
And where is that?
Wallace Emerson is at Dufferin and DuPont.
Okay.
And then there's also the Walk Here inlaid tile art projects, which I'm not going to be able to remember the names of, but there's 2 of them in the walkway on the way through towards the west. And anybody walking along there will be able to go and see those projects. And we also have a new project which is coming along, which is not directly Dig In, but we're all sort of working on it, which is working on the storefronts on the Bloor Street area. What we want to do...
From where to where on
basically Dufferin to Lansdowne. And we want to revitalize the area by introducing imitation art storefronts on the area, which will liven the area up and give people ideas as to what they might want to do if they were to add their voice to the area and maybe open a store.
Kind of a different take on heritage preservation. It's something like arts imagination, perhaps?
Imitation preservation, yeah. One of the great concepts that Diane had is to have an inconvenience store, for example.
Inconvenience store?
Inconvenience store.
Tell us about that.
Well, you would go into the store and the staff would go out of their way not to help you, and they would have absolutely nothing you needed, and therefore they'd try and get you to leave the store as quickly as possible.
Sounds like a few big box stores.
Yeah, it's like every other store.
I also want to say I'm part of the group too. My name's Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca.
I also wanted to say that we also have an annual festival that's part of Dig In.
Oh, when is that?
It varies. It's usually springtime, but this year was June 3rd, and it's poured.
Yeah, whenever it's raining heavily, that's probably
That's whenever it rains. But this is the T-shirt that we have from this year, and as Bruce just described, this talks about the tile project that was installed at Wallace Emerson as part of the festival. So the festival is a real celebration of the neighborhood. It's very family-oriented, but it often also highlights one of the art initiatives that our group has come behind to make sure it happens. So, yeah.
Today we had, it's the end of the Yes in My Backyard Festival at the Gladstone Hotel. We're wrapping up. How many candidates for City Council were you able to speak with today?
I spoke with 2 myself. I also know Mayor Miller was here briefly, but I spoke with Gordon Perks, who's not in our ward. Which ward is he in this year?
14. He's running at 14.
And then Simon Wookie, who's actually newly running in Ward 18. So I don't know if was Adam here?
Yeah.
Okay, Adam Gianbrone was here, who's our